Hey, lady, this is a one-way street. Hey, that's the guy I've been looking for. Congo, from safe.
Hey everybody. Ooh, webcam is... It's paused in a particularly dramatic still. This is I turned it off. Boy, that could have been embarrassing, huh? Could have just been some just balls. Just frozen balls. Hey Pop-Tart, how was PT? I'm thinking I might be time for me to go through PT again. This is my first time playing, yeah. Captain, thank you for the sub. Oh, also, I got this code. Bethesda gave me a code. Game received for free. Hashtag free game. What? Why? It popped up a tab asking me to share my info. Want my thoughts on the Oscar situation? I don't care. That's my thought. I don't care. People get slapped every day on this planet for all sorts of reasons. I find it very difficult to care. I'm beyond needing to have an opinion about things that don't really matter. I guess, okay, so if I'm forced to have an opinion, I'll have an opinion for the sake of streaming an argument. Because Captain kind of got it on me. I'm like, okay, yeah, comedians should be able to do what they do. But I also feel like if you... I'm trying to think of how to say this so it doesn't get boiled down into something so somebody can get mad at me for no reason. Because I don't care. I really don't care. But, talk shit, get hit. There we go. Doesn't make it right, but that's the way of the world. I don't know. There, I did it. I said an opinion. I have so much memory, though. I have a lot of memory. PT was good. I worked on a sitting elliptical, did my wall stretches, and learned how to better stretch at work when I need to. I also practiced balance and walking. The nice thing, too, is I got to vent a bit with the receptionist as my job is really eating at me. I'm really sorry to hear that. About the job. I'm glad everything else went well. Let's see here. It was just a slap. Ideally no one would ever do it. But don't fucking do that. There was a time when that would be considered the paramount of gentlemanliness. That doesn't mean it should be. That doesn't mean it was back then. Doesn't mean any of those things. Yeah. Sure. That's the thing, Marzard. The thing that I find vexing about it, beyond just people gossiping, is people gonna gossip, you know? That doesn't bother me. Famous people do a thing, people gonna gossip. But it's this weird feeling that people elect themselves into, like, going to social media, throwing a tribunal to decide what is right. What's up? Cleaning? Opened up a lot of windows and stuff, so. Maybe? Look at all this. All the way up. Yes. 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 Maximize the meters. Maximize them. Yeah. So people, like... It's not about it anymore, you know? People see this potentially morally complicated situation. They have their take on it. They take that take to a public forum, and it turns out other people don't agree with their summation of the issue. So then it just becomes a whole other thing. All right, I'm gonna try to ride the lightning here. Let's see if I can do it. It's two guys who are friends and know each other well. Ah, did we know that? Maybe we know that. But we don't know that. Know that. Don't know that. I've never hung out with either of them. I'm just saying, like, just embrace what you don't know. And in situations like this, you don't know anything. But it is fun. Ooh, is it spicy though? What is this game about? I don't know. I don't know at all. And I'm kind of okay. I'm kind of okay with it. I'm kind of okay not knowing, because this feels like a game where I want to go in completely ignorant. Winslow, you don't know that though. Do you know that? There was no reason to slap on someone over a joke though. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Was that just it? Was it not? Maybe there was a conversation before that. Maybe there was 10 years of bad blood before that. You don't know. No one knows. No one needs to know. Oh, that was the whole joke? Okay, my bad. My bad then. Let's see. Yeah, hell yeah, Japanese. Good. Good shit. We're here to watch games. Oscars, just rich people sucking each other off, is it not? Yes. Yes, but we do love our deities, don't we? We love our aristocracy. A little squiggle of color over here. That's interesting. New game. Oh, Atari. You know what? I'm just gonna go normal this time. I think my new philosophical life approach to video games is I'm gonna play on normal from now on. And then if I really like a game, I'll play through it again on the hardest mode. Yeah, two rich elites had a minor altercation. It really seems like it's people use it as sort of a public forum to figure out what we will and won't tolerate in the public sphere of morality, which is weird because people are very they apply different standards in a lot of different circumstances. Like how I'm whatabouting, but that's the whole point, right? They use it as they use it as a public forum to figure it out themselves, or to really just test their belief. That's what it feels like to me. You put it to the test, expecting it to pass with flying colors, and then you have to like click into defensive mode when that's not the case. In the United States, it's outrageous to me that anyone gives two fucks about an open hand slap when we just had we had one of the most uncouth, disgusting, embarrassing presidents saying the stupidest bullshit, and who he himself has done, like, is proven to have done way more terrible stuff. They voted for him. I say they. May not be the same people, but yeah, the frames sure did take a dive, didn't they? Come on, DLSS, come on, baby. Maybe I need to. Let's tell the DLSS back a little bit. Maybe we put that back to just. Maybe put that on performance DLSS. How about that? Here come the frames. Ooh, those aren't frames yet. Those aren't frames. Maybe I gotta dial back that RTX a little bit. That RTX looks great though, doesn't it? Yeah, that's chunky. That doesn't look right. Like, that actually looks too slow. It looks like the cutscene's playing, like, lagged behind the audio. I think? Like, when it's playing like that, that's an indication that something else is wrong. Not that it's just struggling to render. Akiva, it might be my PC. I've been thinking about that lately, unfortunately. My PC has been a little chunked up. I mean, Elden Ring is chunky for everybody. Is this when he was supposed to... Yeah, I think this is when the first guy screamed. Fucking Christ. I do remember that Evil Within did not run very well on PC. This is probably it. I bet this is this is probably it. I bet this is the problem right here. I bet this is the problem. I just put it on borderless window and I'm sure it's... Oh, the first time you play this, there's a ton of stutters from shader caching. It's supposed to get better. Yeah, I guess if the cutscene is the first thing in engine, it would make sense. Yeah, this is already way better. If only they like did it at the title screen or something before I load. I wonder why they didn't do that. The perfect method. Or maybe actually reducing the RTX might have helped a lot, but quick crank everything back up to maximum. It was the first thought I had. The absolute first. I need to at least get through this first cutscene. Told my buddy working at AMD about how you had to swap your CPU cooler and he got all defensive. I didn't have to. But my CPU still hits 90 degrees like all the time. So yeah, tell your buddy at AMD they need to cool that shit off. But then again, I am using the exact wrong kind of CPU for what I use it for. Now it's back to being chonked. This is a nice looking fire. RTX looks real crisp. Real beautiful. Don't worry, those shaders are gonna zip on in any moment now. Any second. It's been happening in all the games you've been playing. I think you got some deeper issues. It's only been happening in Elden Ring and then Wonderlands, which other people had issues with. And now, yes, this. Now this as well. I mean, I loaded up 7 Remake because, yeah, I was starting to think that. And that played perfectly. Chef's kiss. Beautiful frames. Gamer McGee, thank you for the prime. Good news, it's raining again, so I get to hear sprinkles. Yeah, so this is when he yells. Ooh. Tila Fit. Thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. Appreciate that. Found out about a person. All they do is full close at Costco and they make $16 to $17 an hour. My goodness. We get a billion tasks and barely get anything for the work. It might be time to start interviewing around, I think. Oh, there are incremental stutters when a new effect is introduced. This is a different issue. Okay, alright. Help. Oh, we're good? Oh, we're good. Oh, I did also set that one setting really high. I did do that. Oh, we're good. All right. Maybe it had to. Oh, it just skipped ahead. Oh shit. Okay.
私が君たちを救おう。私だけが君たちを救える。君たちの魂は純化され、来るべき世界の礎となる。すでに。
No, we made it through, but I'm also curious because there's this thing. Yeah, maybe this just goes wacky at the beginning. Maybe it's just like a really huge area. Set higher than your PC can handle. God, like poison. I hate reading it. I hate reading it, and I hate seeing a meter that's not maxed. I hate it. Bleh, bleh, bleh.
は整った。それは魂の住まうべきところだ。さあ。
Cutscenes lag and stutter on resolutions above 1080. Oh, okay, well. That was a shader chunk. I can accept it that I can accept that chunk as a shader chunk, but yeah. Just playing at a third speed. Usually that means sometimes that means that like in that specific cutscene they are using some video or audio codec that is fucking with something else. And for some reason it's just not like streaming audio or video or whatever properly. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. We had a somebody else is already answering it, but somebody asked, what does a game publisher do? They're the money. That's usually the case, yeah. So, game development is a fucked business because you have to pay hundreds of people to work for years before you have any chance of realizing any of that money back. So with a AAA game, you know, you have a staff of 100, they have to work for 3 years straight, and you have no money coming in that whole time. So a publisher, if you pitch a publisher, you say, we want to make this game. Publisher is like, yes, good. We don't have a present day supernatural ghost fighting first person game yet. This would fill out our catalog quite nicely. And those types of games have sold well in the past, so I think we know how to market and sell that. I think we have a good idea about how much money we'll make off that. We'll say yes. What's your business plan? 3 years, 100 people? That's about right, actually. And let's look at your talent. Who do you have? Okay, here's our lead producers. They've shipped these titles. Okay, good. Yeah, it seems like you got all your ducks in a row. Okay, we'll deposit the money. We'll set up a plan. We'll set up milestones. Every 6 months, here's what you need to have ready for us. And if we miss a milestone, we got to have a talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, that sort of thing. Publishers also can handle a lot of the logistics of actually deploying a game. So they handle the money, they handle the management, depending. They can also handle localization. They can handle submission and bug fix. They can offer another layer of market testing and player feedback. They do a lot of important stuff for the business of games. And they're not always the bad guy. Oh, the connections, surprisingly more important than the money sometimes. Think of a venture capitalist or an angel investor. Not all money is equal. Some people can unlock more doors than others. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, publishers have been in the business that they've been in, doing the exact business that they're doing for 20, 30 years. That means they're very good at it. And when it comes to... making and shipping a game, sometimes it's a question of finding the people that know how to do what you don't know how to do. Sometimes it's a question of partnering with people that know how to do the stuff you even know how to do, but they just take it off your plate. Yeah, it's always a team lift. Jesus Christ. They can control your cash flow? Well, yeah, because it's their cash. It depends on whatever agreement you have. Cameras. Just have to turn this all the way down? Oh wait, that's aiming. Oh, here we go. Okay. Pretty laggy. I can feel how laggy the inputs are already. Boy. Alright. There's an IP ownership thingy as well. Yeah, again, it just depends on the contract. It depends on the contract. Typically, publishers will probably ask for ownership of an IP or a franchise, yeah. You have to have some clout to be able to leverage against that. That's block? I do little anime squelps whenever I get slapped. It's insane. It's business. If you don't like it, I guess go be an indie, you know? Go take your prototype. Upload your prototype to itch and try to run a GoFundMe. There, you get to own it. Hold on a second. Damn it, I've been missing a lot of the lore here. My understanding is it's not a very lore game, though. Happy Indie, you're impressed, Devolver. Yeah, Devolver, Annapurna, Raw Fury, New Bloods. They're THQ Nordic. Like there's a grip of like single and double A producers out there that are a lot more, I guess humane might be the word, but they're also dealing with less money. I feel like it's easier to be kind when you're dealing with $1 million instead of $200 million. I do not recommend indie development to anyone trying to get into game development. Yeah, I don't know that I would either. You have to be a particular... I'm not even that like knowledgeable about the indie space, and it still seems really rough to me. Put this on performance. It still feels loose and laggy. It's really laggy. Like I can feel my mouse move before the camera starts moving. But maybe that won't be pretty though. Is this still on the Evil Within engine? Reroll stats. Thanks for the prime. I hate gamers, so I wouldn't trust their volatile nature with my game success. Man, well said. Well said. I have seen instances of gamers lashing out at indies just for indies like saying something. Just saying it out loud. Oh, it's Unreal. It's Unreal 4. Yeah, you're right. The stutters give it away. Yeah, we're all learning the telltale signs of certain engines now, aren't we? Oh, there's pick-upables. Rows of snacks. No trash cans. Just an idea, you could try the default settings and then adjust as needed through gameplay. Yeah, that's more or less what I've basically settled into it. I won't be diving into the options as much now. Provided that it's not tearing. Doesn't look like it's tearing. Alright. Ooh, D-Night Cola, thank you for the sub. Hey, look at these reflections. I can look straight down and see things that are above me. This isn't no screen space Trash. Real, genuine reflections. The rain-slick streets of Shibuya. Bless you. Where was that chunk? I don't know what low. Go this way icon. I swear I see different. Oh! It's raining! It's raining in the game! It's raining in real life! This is true RTX. I can hear the pitter patters. Lori's freelance has spent a few years working in the industry first so you can see what making a game actually entails. Then you can try out indie. You can't wear all the hats if you don't even know what the hats are. I think that's solid advice in general. Yeah. That's essentially the path I took in media. Worked at a few companies. Saw how the sausage was made, or rather, saw how the sausage was exploited out of young idiot people like me, and then was like, I can do that. 10% beef. That is a good brand. Not that orange. Yeah, this is fucking Goro Majima's gonna pop out of a trash can. Gotta put a little more spice on that next time. They got fuckboy fruits? Yeah. Golden scones. Yesterday I had a maple scone and it was fucking awesome. It wasn't too sweet, which is great. It had a nice maple frosting on it, which is where all the sweetness came from, but man, it was so good. Inside Games and Funhouse brought this message many times. People should be more respectful. If you don't like the game or dev or whatever, don't fucking play the game. Or people you don't know and mock their hard work. Yeah, yes, that's sweet. Oh, I want to go up there so bad. Yeah, I never mean to like, I never want that to sound like you should never voice displeasure. I think that's acceptable and even like nice sometimes, because there's some shit that happens in games as there is in any consumer media. But yeah, man, people just take it to an insult on their lifestyle, their culture, and their heritage. Merely putting a game for sale is an insult to everything. Also, not everybody involved in a bad thing wanted it to be bad or made the decision for it to be bad, which is the tragic thing. You blame Steam early access scams. Yeah? Those don't really happen anymore, do they? I think all the easy money was gotten. But maybe they do. Now, like, people just found way more lucrative people to scam. Now it's just fucking NFT rug pull games. They do? Okay. Well, cool. Good for them, I guess. Melee on bag object shader compiled. I can't wait to get a giant pile of compiled shaders. No, that wasn't compiled yet. I like this font. There's something about Japanese fonts. In the lower right, at 30, it's a good clean 30. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil numbers. Yeah, oh, that's right. It's a different shader because it was a tricycle. Tricycle shader. Damn it. Tricycle shader compiled. Good job, gamer. Whoa. Hold on, we got another shader here. Yep, there it is. Is it gonna do that every time? Maybe if I find another tricycle or vending machine, then it won't have to compile anymore. Ah, finally, the drink for me. The only drink for a man who says maybe don't throw death threats at game developers. Soy. Bleach. Does that thing where like up and down is more controls in this game are weird. Does that thing where like up and down are a little more sensitive than left and right? Even X. Wait, Sarah, if you got a date coming up? What's this? Some pints and some food, then a walk through the park. Maybe accidentally trip and kiss her in the face. Well, who can say? But yeah. Well, be sure-footed, you know. Maybe she'll trip and kiss you in the face. Watching Bruce play this made me realize I would 100% be the guy who eats all the abandoned food in the grocery store during an apocalypse. Or like on the first day. Or vomitously ill on like snack cakes. We didn't know when we'd be able to eat again. South Park episode. This is a new evolution in that anime sort of... It's like anime eye patch aesthetic. Except he just has smoke face.
何してるんだ。
ああやって体を失った魂を集めてるんだよ。
何のために。
あの世に連れ去るか、そのまま自分たちの餌食にするか。どちらにしてもあの魂は救われない。
Doesn't have the foreign kid as the cashier with broken Japanese.
止めなきゃ。
Do you know the way to Tokyo Tower?
待て。あいつらはまだこっちの存在に。
Oh, we got stealth.
見つからないようしゃがみながら背後に近づけ。
Wait, the ghosts can hear? Oh, sure. That was sick. What? I didn't need to compile bullshit for that. Jesus. I punched that dude's spine out in glorious 120 frames a second. But everything, the hand Dusty? Oh, god damn it. Punched him right in the gussy. Yeah, raising level, maximum HP, confer skill points. You got it. Ah, skill trees. Now we're gaming. Gaining a synergy level grants skill points. You can check your current skill points, spend them in skills menu. Note that blocked paths of various skill trees and Magatama to unlock. You got it. Okay, no problem. Skills menu. Try learning the Takahaya 1 charge attack skill spirit skill. Click on ethereal weaving and click Takahaya 1 charge attack. And press E to hold. Congratulations. You have learned Takahaya 1. Leave the menu now. Yosh.
こういうところはマレビトが多い。気をつけろ。
マレビト。
さっきから相手をしている化け物を俺たちはそう呼んでいる。
No. Hi. Okay, there we go. We got it all compiled now. Lauren Nussy? Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Lauren Sussy? It's got sus in it though. It's another meme. It's tough. That's a tough one. The phonetics don't work out. In many ways, I am the chosen one, but I'm trying to hybridize my name. Laressi? That might be as good as it gets. Oosh. What? Cool.
今のは奴らの心臓みたいなものだ。引っこ抜けばひとたまりもないさ。
Man, I got that sweet, epic achievement.
何か入ってるのか。
食べ物がある。
使えるものは使っておけ。こんな時だからな。
それもそうだな。
That's cool. I really like it when video game items are just real life items, you know? Your health potion is a rice ball. Of course, Yakuza is king at this. Like a dragon, even more so. Watermelon juice. 2 liter bucks. 2 liter bucks. What? 2 liter. 2 litor. Is that a word? Hold on. When Bruce was playing this, you were just hearing me going, sweet! You were right. I mean, this is a game that I shout sweet at a lot. 2 litor. What is a 2 litor? It's nothing. That's not a word. Okay. Kiwi? Kiwi grape? Bell pepper? I guess it's like vegetable. Ugh. Precarious? Oh, that's a really good name for a drink. Want that. I need that, like... I need that waifu snack feeding helmet. But just for video games, because video games are my waifu. I have a wife who... No, I have a wife. Video games are my wife. That's how this works out. Now, you know, Hasher, I have watermelon in my fridge. I haven't cut it up yet into cubes, but maybe tonight. Maybe tonight's the night. Doing real well on my diet today. Yeah, no Pocari Sweat, Boss Coffee. Pocari Sweat is like, it's like citrus, right? God, the particles though! They're sweet part. I'm surprised the particle effects do so well mixed with DLSS. I don't really see a whole lot of DLSS artifacting, specifically in the... Whoop! Hey, whoa! I mean, it is haunted. But I would think that those particle effects would be exactly when DLSS would lose its mind. But it looks really clean. I swear I see visual tearing though. A little bit. Well, let me know if you guys notice anything. I know Twitch compression's probably gonna freak out, but... Yeah, I don't see any of that, like, YouTube compression blockiness. Which is really impressive. It's impressive and also a little bit sad. I kind of don't want DLSS to get that good. Ah. Something feels weird to me about AI guessing what your games are going to look like. That's interesting. Like guessing what your game should look like and being right. It makes me concerned and convinced that we're getting ever closer to this future where games will cease to be a established series of rules that interchange in a like interactive arena and a set of shifting interactions placed and created by AI to curate your experience specifically to how you play. It'll result in better games, for sure, but something will be lost, I think. I see you tearing ghosts apart. Does that account? Or you tearing ghosts apart? Does that account? Does that count? God, I can't talk. No, it doesn't count. That's the good kind of tearing. We're gonna say yes to that. Yes to tearing. Suddenly. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Are you talking about, who was the producer who was on this and was just really cute at 1E3 and everybody was like, yeah, we like her, even though she left this nearly immediately and hasn't shipped a game yet? Nakamura-san? Yeah, I think can't remember her first name. She seems cool. Oh, she had a baby and made her own company. Oh, then fuck. It makes total sense that she hasn't shipped a title since then. Okay. I'm speaking out of ignorance here. I haven't looked her up much. I do think though that her stage presence made a certain crew of dudes very enamored with her. And I didn't know she had a baby either. That's badass. When I found Owada in the operating room before he died, he kept muttering about how he could see some woman. And I saw her myself. It was a terrifying sight to behold. She was like some kind of shadow, and she looked like she was wearing a mask. Please, you need to lock that OR. Seen the shadow so many times since that day. I know I'm not the only one. The room needs to be locked up before the patients start talking. Oh, her company goes by Unseen? Okay. It's no small feat. Excuse me. It's no small feat from the drop to start a new studio, hire up a team, and get greenlit for a project. So, if her team is already doing that, then that's a pretty good sign. I think. What I think is super weird is that to put into stark contrast and maybe a sign of how far gamers have to go with how they receive working women and their demeanors. Jade Raymond's studio just got acquired by Sony and they haven't shipped anything. And that's weird. That's big time weird. For Sony to buy a studio that hasn't shipped anything yet? That's fucked weird. I saw some people snipping at each other about that on Twitter. But that's super weird for Sony to be acquiring a studio like that. I mean, they clearly have faith in that studio. They may have devved some kind of cool tech that Sony wants or sees some potential in. Yeah, maybe. Nepotism at play? Sony doesn't feel like a very neptocratic company, though. They largely seem like a very slow, sentimental company. In some good ways. But nothing about them ever said that they would, like, buy a studio just because they saw some stuff they liked. They worked with Housemarque for, like, 10 years? They finally acquired Insomniac. I don't know how long they were trying, but maybe Sony's just a free spirit of doing things on impulse. Yeah, maybe. They don't strike me as that kind of company, though. They do strike me as the kind of company who's had their purse strings opened up a little bit. I think they got a fire lit under them for acquisitions. Because they're starting to understand that a lot of tech and a lot of business partnerships are getting taken off the market for them. I'm surprised Sony hasn't bought Square Enix yet. I mean, that's such a big deal. That is such a big company. Square Enix isn't just the games Square Enix makes. They're a multimedia company in Japan. Don't let me like tell you this if you already know. But like it's more than just Final Fantasy. They have anime companies, they have manga distribution companies, they do gacha, they do gaming, they do all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read this in a particular. Why would you slap coffee? Hello. I don't know if, I hope I got close. Oh, this is kind of like Fear. Whoever said that, yeah. A lot of spooky hallways so far. Yep, we got a flamey hallway. That's pretty Fear-like. Like it. It's been a while since I played a spooky hallway game. Yeah, this game came out last Friday, I believe. Oh, there he goes, half speed again. Is that my sister?
あちら側と接続されている。まさに理想的な観測者だ。これで計画は完全となる。触るな！誰だ？人間？もう一人。
Such a porcelain doll.
愚かな。魂を解放してやったというのに、まだ肉体などにしがみついているのか。
What did you think of Wonderlands? I missed you playing it. It's Borderlands.
意志の力か。興味深い。だが。
The D&D trappings kind of allowed them to open up some of the like design of some of the stuff, but it's Borderlands.
そうか。お前の。
There's slightly less yelling.
案ずるな。
That's good, but humor's about where it always was. That sounds cool. Whatever that is. I like his, like, long shrine Adidas shoes or whatever. Those are cool shoes. Yeah. I guess he's gonna stab me at some point. Whoever that is. I think that's my dad. Oh, somebody's getting stabbed again. Okay. Kind of hard to invest in the story with the cutscene so out of sync. Yeah, it sucks. That sucks. I guess I could put it at 1080 just for the cutscene. God damn it. This looks cool.
現世の時間で3秒。呼吸1回分で終わりだ。
嫌だ。
Menu loads just great. Yeah, just try this. Maybe.
まだ死ねない。
That? Oh,
一つだけ方法がある。
did not make it better.
体をよこせ。
Fuck, that moves everything around. My main monitor's 1080. It moves my other bullshit around. Fuck. And now it locked up, didn't it? Fuck you, it locked up. Oh. Okay. Nope. This is running at about the speed the cutscenes were, I guess. Uh, damn it. Fuck, man. Why does the game not work? I really just feel like there's been some shit PC ports lately. Some real shit PC ports. I think that might be the core of it. Been some chunky releases early in the year. Okay, I'm gonna reboot my machine. I'll be right back. Oh, Loof, you might have COVID? Fuck. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear. Hopefully you, if you do, hopefully you have the time and wherewithal to take care of yourself and take some time off work and things. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm just gonna have a YouTube video with all the, I'll just watch all the cutscenes. I gotta watch the ones that I missed already, so I'll have an idea of what's in the cutscene from my cinematic viewing. Yeah, modern solutions, exactly. Why is it so hard to make a good PC port? Because PC hardware is so much more variable than console hardware. And it can be in any number of configurations with any number of things plugged into it. It can be doing any number of other things at the same time. It can be on any distribution of Windows. I mean, Windows Update, and it's the forcing of Update to run and like it does. Everybody hates it. But it does at least enforce some uniformity to the software environment of Windows. Bruce had none of these issues. Cool. Technically, I only have one issue. Just the cutscene thing. Makes me wish you and Bruce would do that MST3K thing you guys did way back at Inside Gaming, where you watch cutscenes from games and commented on it. Yeah, they did that a couple times. I don't think I was ever involved in that. I think there's only a few games that could potentially work out for. Are we not going to come back? We're not just going to... Might be the newest drivers, too. I wonder about that. Maybe I need to roll back. Working. Working a little bit. Well, in other news, I did finish watching Mobile Suit Gundam finally. I guess I have to watch Char's Counterattack before I can build my Gundam, but that shouldn't take very long. The ending was pretty dope. It felt like I was kind of losing direction for a while there. It was just like random missions that they send them all out onto. But finale was pretty baller. Pretty cool. Pretty cool space battle. Okay, maybe it's just dead. It went just fine between borderless and full screen a minute ago. Very recently did these things. Oh, it blinked. Now it just says no signal. Okay. It is dead again. I'll be back. Okay. Alright, I found a text file and I was able to edit the resolution back up. I couldn't get it into borderless. And I think if I try now, it's just gonna lock the game up again. It went through like 3 hard locks, so... okay. Alright. I guess the strat is now I'll just tab out of the game whenever there's a cutscene and watch it on YouTube and then go back to the video game. Oh, Green Miner, it wasn't your fault by any stretch. Blame the game. The cutscenes are indeed broken. Yes, they're big time broken. Oh man, I'm pretty far back. Wait, am I? No, it's just this hallway. I'll do another broken cutscene. Yeah, the cutscenes play at like 1/10 speed, but the audio plays normally, so I hear everything. But like this seems to be playing at normal speed, but as soon as I enter the Phantom Zone, maybe it'll just play just fine. Nope. Yeah, it does this, but then it plays way too slow. Maybe I can skip it? Okay. I will skip the cutscene.
Oi.
Back to video games. So let me tab out here. Game doesn't like tabbing, but it seems to tolerate it. Oh yeah, I have a lot of notepad windows open because I was trying to find the INI that had the settings in it. I found most of them. So, I don't know what the full screen mode borderless window is. Clearly 0 is full screen, so maybe that's 1 or something. I don't know. I don't know what preferred full screen mode is. Do any people who are real handy with Unreal Engine know what to set this to make it borderless window? But anyway, I hacked it. Hacked it wide open. "4K 60 FPS movie HD." 1.5 hours of cutscenes in this fucking thing? You can do windowed. No, I can't, brain. It crashes. No, I can't do that. Yes, if it didn't crash, that would be a good option. I guess I could try to force it windowed in the INI file. But I don't know what setting that is either. That's lag. Crazy. Stupid. I see those screen space reflections fading away. Stupid. Dumb. I'm even made to suffer this.
Can't use life.
God, even using English.
Vanish.
I want to throw up.
Maybe him.
Anyway, I'm sorry for the edge in my voice. I really wanted to play Ghostwire, and it's being an asshole. Get my reflection. There were some reflections there. That was nice. All I can find is a cutscene desync is caused by resolutions higher than 1080p. Well, it's a good thing no one on PC plays higher than 1080p. That would be problematic. Good thing that's a very seldom used feature on the PC. Be a shame if that issue were to affect a large number of players. Yeah.
Dude,
1080p is
okay?
peak performance.
try not to move.
Yeah, Pop's hard. People mentioned that Bruce played this, but I don't think he had any of these problems. Or he didn't have the cutscene problem that I'm having.
That looks pretty bad. Hey, I'm not getting any reception.
What I found, you need to set the 3 resolution settings to 1. You mean in the INI file?
Guess you weren't dead after all.
That Bloom? Steve Bloom?
Wake up, kid. I need this body. Now.
No.
Whose voice is that?
Shit. Not gonna make this easy on me, are you?
That was in a Back for Blood for him. Unreal Engine is still Unreal Engine. I'll give it a shot. Oh, they got all raptured. Okay. Huh. Cutscenes have 4K and 1080p files above 1080p. It's apparently trying to play 4K files at a lower res, but it can't deal with it correctly. That sounds correctly. Or that sounds correctly? That sounds correct. Yeah.
As long as I'm in here, you're tougher than that. Now come on.
That sounds like the kind of hack that works perfectly on console and then falls completely apart on PC.
Something's coming.
T-Tenant Creations.
Shut it, kid.
Thank you for the resub.
Hide now. Come on, get moving.
My 1440p cutscenes work just fine. A bunch of others has got to be more than just that. Yeah, probably some weird combination of things.
That's some crew. Him.
Saw that part. Yep, they all got cubed. Good stuff. Bean!
What was that?
51,297. Thank you for the prime.
Fine now.
No way.
Have a choice about it.
Something I have to do.
I think that one cut off too. I remember. Yeah, okay. Definitely didn't see this.
Think I care about your problems.
I gotta save my daughter, sister,
Piss another
girlfriend.
one, find another body, and that'll be the end of you.
Where? There's nobody here.
Smart ass.
There's a lot of
I don't know what your
like
deal is.
OG
My
energy.
body.
Make me think a
I'm
lot about
far from you.
Shadow Warrior.
Okay, tough guy. We'll do it the hard
Maybe without the tongue-in-cheek.
time for you to go away.
Like how it is.
Damn it! Have it your way. I'll play along for now. You just remember, your life is in my hands. Make this a pain in the ass for me, and you're on your own. We're done. Now move.
Don't order me around.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's ultimately the weird thing is getting issues like this in an Unreal Engine game. A lot of this shit should be handled automatically at the engine level and in a very reliable way. Like a very predictable and...
I've got to forgive.
Oh, you said cutscenes. How am I watching you walk through streets? Is this just the whole game? What's going on? No? Okay.
Bring up to drag him.
Oh, we found Geralt 1992. I made it the thumbnail of the relative video. I do just need to rip it out though. That's on me. Okay.
Guys in here.
Here we go. Cutscene time. Wait, Seth Green idle hands moment. Do you mean a Devon Sawa idle hands moment? Oh, you sent me the exact timing? Oh, that makes it easy, doesn't it?
Marvelous.
Gamer McGee, thank you for the cheer.
touched the other side, yet remain alive and well. One could hardly ask for a better observer. With this, my plan is complete.
Don't touch her!
I like his fingernails.
And who are you?
Got those goth nails.
A human. There is another. It's you. Nescient fool. I liberated your spirit from its prison, yet still you cling to mortal flesh.
That's right. Came back for you.
Intriguing. Sheer strength of will. Alas, our business must wait.
I told you to keep your hands off!
I see. She's still your fear. I will be her salvation.
Oh. Oh. Hey Tony, how am I liking it? Well, I'm a little vexed. I'm having a technical issue, but I have found a modern solution. The cutscenes play at like 1/4 speed, but the audio plays at normal speed, so that makes the cutscenes unwatchable. So I'm watching the cutscenes on YouTube and then tabbing back into the game. Hey, Slenders. Hope all is well. All is doing pretty well, yeah. The ice maker in my freezer stopped working, so that's a bit of a shame. Which, the ultimate tragedy is that I'm getting really good at making iced coffee. Just phenomenally, outrageously good.
Yeah. If you don't do something about it.
This is gonna put a little cork in my my skill progression,
It's
but
been 3 seconds in the real world. One more breath, and you're gone.
and then yeah, my old PC over here has been. I don't blame my PC,
One way out
not
of
yet.
this.
I think I trust my PC still,
Give me your body.
but my trust is eroding.
I'll save your sister.
It is started. There's some chips.
You expect me to trust
Oh,
you?
thank you, Mega Magnet.
I'm not
Yeah,
forcing
I've dropped some weight since the beginning of the year.
you.
I'm making another health push
Bastard.
today, basically starting today.
Period.
I get back on my bullshit.
Am I gonna disappear?
Don't know.
You still have the tiny ball ice maker? Oh, crushed ice? I do have a crushed ice maker. It just requires distilled water, but maybe I just do that. Maybe I just do that. Use the fancy ice.
And I'm
Steph's taste for opulent living. You still doing Ring Fit? Yeah. I never stopped. The only problem is I
Call me KK. Gave up my real name.
days have been somewhat volatile actually.
please. Help Mari.
Had some travel and then some health issues. Things popping up early in the morning. Oh wow. Okay. So I'm not even Kirito in this game? There's like 3 souls in this body now? Thanks for demoing this interesting title outside of the technical issues. Have a good night, all. Well, I'm sorry you didn't see much of a Bartholomew, but thanks for hanging around. Have a good night yourself. His face isn't as smoky anymore.
Mari.
Oh, he's still Akito. Okay. He's got a demon. He's got KK. Are we... Wait. I feel like this... Somebody said set all these to 1. Dang. Dang. Okay. Oh, that's odd. Actually, now that I've done that, now that I've changed the camera render modes and whatever. When do I stream? I try to stream at least every day. Well, it ends up being more like maybe 5 days a week. But I do have a schedule. Use the schedule command. I try to stick to it, but I'm pretty volatile, I'll be honest. But yeah, I've been streaming fairly regularly since 2014, 2015. I think 2015 is when I really was like, okay, at least 2 days a week. And kind of going up from there. All right, let's see if this launches in borderless windowed mode. Let's see. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm glad you made it, Legion. I never really broadcast it that much, to be honest. When I worked at Rooster Teeth, I didn't want it to seem like I was using Rooster Teeth Productions to market my personal off-hours stream. And then after I left, I didn't really have a billboard anymore. So, the joke is they tried to lay claim to it anyway. And I should have just taken whatever advantages I could have gotten while they were there. So let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't do people favors if they don't ask for them, and don't appreciate them. Streams were different back then? Yeah. They were a lot more punk. Oh, that is true. Yes. Yeah, I definitely got out all of my the counterculture that I didn't get out during the workday during my streams. I also drank a lot more. They tried to claim it? Oh yeah. They said that we were not allowed to stream after hours, and we had that I didn't have to. I didn't have to do anything. But I signed an agreement with Rooster Teeth to give them like a portion of my like basically be in their streamer network, because they wanted to set up a network for all their employees so that they could skim money off of all of them. And the Let's Play director, Lewis, promised me, I don't care about saying it now, promised me, we have got deals on the table, they're ready to sign. We got these network-wide advertising agreements ready, and man, we're gonna make so much money. I was like, okay, I'll give you a year. And in a year, they executed 0 deals. Nothing. That's shady as fuck, yeah. Yes, it is. I don't know, like, do you guys think Rooster Teeth is a good company? I mean, I shouldn't say that shit, because they're different now. Everybody's gone. They've had a full rotate out of, like, executive staff, but... Are you bitter about it? I wish that I had not given the benefit of the doubt to so many people so many times. That's what I wish I fought myself so long and hard to not become cynical. But... really, that just means I gave away a lot of time, work, and money to people who didn't deserve it. But we don't have to talk about that anymore. Upper management is always the problem. Doesn't change wherever you go. I mean, I think you're right. I think it, wherever you go, it does benefit you to be guarded and to not give away work product. Can you pick up Boss Coffee in this game? That is a great question. I hope so. You can pick up rice balls, which is important. I've come to the conclusion that I owe no... Wait, hold on. I owe no loyalties beyond my employee relationship to any employers. Yeah. That was a very good realization to come to. Bakun. Is exploitation pervasive in the gaming and gaming media industry? It seems like it. Sort of. It's really hard to draw that line when there are so many people willing to work for free. You know? At what point is it the employer's responsibility to adequately compensate a worker when there's somebody right behind them in line willing to do the work for less money? Like, when is it the business's responsibility to voluntarily overpay people? Or voluntarily, like, make them work less? I don't know. That's really tough. That's a really tough, like, line to figure out where it is in the sand. And it's different for most people. It's different for a lot of people. I did it. I think the games industry needs a union. Good question. Super Blast X, thank you for the sub. Or the resub. It's good to see you. I think, in general, wealth needs redistribution. In the classic sense of unions, I don't think that's strictly necessary because people's lives aren't at risk in game development. Well, maybe if crunch gets bad enough. But, like, we don't need to protect people from falling into meat grinders in the games industry. But times have gotten better. And I think it's okay to form unions for collective bargaining power, to ask for greater shares of revenue, to ask for better working conditions. I think if you look at it under a 1910s lens, then yeah, unions aren't really strictly necessary, but also that's a pretty myopic view of work culture. It's a pretty CEO view of work culture. My favorite Funhouse and Rooster Teeth podcasts were the ones where they were candid about what their work was like. It's interesting to break down the illusion of just a bunch of bros playing games. It showed me that they are indeed a business. Well, I'm glad it did that. I think I maybe complained too much in those. Didn't make a whole lot of friends. Okay, this is how they keep you on the path. That's interesting. Unions were once the peaceful alternative to beating up your boss and burning the factory down. People ought to remember that. Yeah. Then they would hire union breakers to go in and break people's legs. So yeah, union or like labor conflict, pretty spicy. What are you doing? Okay, I'm not going that way. There's a lot of fun history there for sure. I think the modern problem that's very relevant in games is mental health. QA work can be extremely mentally exhausting. Yeah, a lot of work can. I don't mean to trivialize your point or anything like that, but I think it's okay for our standards of work and our standards of employer care to start ratcheting up with the times. Oh. I can't get it. I want it though. Oh, okay. Pull it in with my magic hands. The only issue with the union is that you have people that literally don't do their job / loiter around or not do anything or call into work every week just because they can't get fired easily while the hard workers work hard and don't get much benefit. Yeah? Yes. That is a drawback. Where do you want me to go? Head to Yugenzaka. Okay. Well, that exists without a union too. For sure. But yeah, it probably doesn't feel good to pay your dues. Literally pay your union dues and work hard and then have somebody else take advantage of all the protectors or protections that unions can afford. But again, it's like that sucks because you're working hard and you see somebody else working less hard compared to you. But think about the person who owns the store or owns the franchise. How hard do you think they're working? They may be working very hard. Who knows? But you know what? If they wanted to, they could just fuck off for a day or 2 days. They don't have to be there. So instead of directing your resentment at the person who's not working as hard as you when you're at the same tier, resent the fuck out of the person in the tier above you. That's always safe. Always a good idea.
邪魔だな。片付けろ。
Well, there's the sparklies again. Yeah, this is a weird DLSS effect that I've seen in other games. I saw this in Dying Light. It really works because it's raining. But what? How the fuck am I gonna get mad at broke people? I'm a broke people? Yeah, I used to do that a lot because I was like, work hard, distinguish yourself, get ahead, all that bullshit, which is true. It is true. It doesn't happen automatically, but it is true. You have to do both, unfortunately. You have to work hard and then also argue on behalf of that labor in the market, which sucks. Which means sometimes you have to reserve some of your energy just to fight for the value of what you do. If you spend all of your work energy just working, that's kind of what I did at Rooster Teeth, to be honest. And that's one of the things I regret. It was fun to put everything into my job, but that meant that I had to trust. Luckily Bruce was my manager, and I trust him at the end of the earth. But everyone else, though, should have been much more on guard. I should have reserved more of my spirit energy to not only argue for behalf of to promote myself and argue on behalf of myself, instead of just assuming that it would happen automatically. I was a chef for 15 years, worked so hard, and got tired of owners and bosses making tons of money while being incredibly lazy. Now I'm a pottery with a couple part-time jobs. A potter. A couple part-time jobs, and I'm so much happier than I was. Yeah. Same. Well, not the potter or chef part of it, but in media. Uh-oh. Okay. In media, the thing that drove me crazy, and this is again, I think, probably can be extrapolated to a lot of different industries. I just got so tired of seeing people fail upwards. So tired of it. That's the thing that ultimately made me lose faith in any kind of top-down talent, is that they couldn't even tell when people were failing. Couldn't even, or didn't care, or something? I don't know. I expected to see meritocracy click into place with some of that shit, and it absolutely didn't. Not only did meritocracy not work, but the people who were shitty and found a way to fail upwards made sure that no one else could like, not only did they break the ladder on their way up, but they burned it and knocked it over to make sure that no one else would follow them up. It's like, damn, man, you didn't even like work to get what you have, and also you're trying to prevent anyone else from even like having a taste of it. Fuck. Yeah. Hey, that's life, though. Life. Sounds like boomers. I saw plenty of that in my generation, too. You make a point to buy games on Epic because of the dollar split. Me? No. I don't care. Wonderlands was only available via the Epic Game Store, and I was given a key for this on the Epic Game Store. If I have my complete choice, I buy on Good Old Games. Because I'm biased. Stephanie works for CD Projekt, and I like Good Old Games a lot. I believe in that store more fundamentally than I believe in any other store. That's valid. It's just when something doesn't get done or done right, it's always the people working hard getting the fault because the others didn't do their part. My husband works. Hold on a second. I want to read the rest of this. I have to tab out when I want to read the rest of this. My husband works in a union. There's a guy that knows Or there's a guy that no one knows why he has a job, but he literally just slacks, chatters, or disappears for hours. Not to mention goes on 3 days off every week just to extend their days off. We are broke people too, but it's just not fair. Sorry. No, it's just not fair. You're right. But if that person's not very popular in the union, that's probably not going to pay off in the long run. You can't get away from human dynamics, I don't think. Unless everyone else is just cool with them. That's what gets me, is when somebody's just likable. So they get away with doing nothing. Bleh. Bleh. Saw that a lot in my particular view, or from my particular vantage point of people that are just tall and likable. Get to do whatever they want. And everyone likes them for it. Fuck. My jaw has dropped at the things people will just let slide if you're attractive. And that they will hold over you until you're dead if you're not. Oh, angry dog. Yeah, human's gonna human. What are your thoughts on CDPR leaving Red Engine for Unreal? Player, yeah, I like you said, I don't like that big third-party games are losing their flavors. That's my feeling too. I have a lot of affection for the developers that have the tech and the creative. They make the engine and then they also make the game on it. Id Software, Nintendo, and Remedy are big games that do this. What is it? 4C? 2A or 4C? Stalker devs. Also like that. Yeah, Valve. Valve is absolutely one of those companies. I mean, Valve's kind of on another level when it comes to making their own shit. Now, made their own hardware platform for Alex, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I like those companies a lot. I have a deep affection for them. And it's CD Projekt was one of those companies. I mean, they have a, well, Cyberpunk notwithstanding, they have a fairly Cinderella story, going from like localizing to making and publishing games to writing their own engines, which is crazy. Oh, Metro? Yeah. 4A. Thank you. Huh. Okay.
うまくいったか。あとは近くに公衆電話はないか。今時そんなもの。いいから探せ。
So yeah, it's a bummer. When Square switched to Unreal, I was like, that felt weird. And this game's on Unreal. A lot of Japanese devs are picking up Unreal now. I would rather teams ship games and make money than spend 8 years making their own engine, hiring all the people to run it and develop it, and then also make a game on it. And then also from a career perspective, that kind of sucks for the people who are working on that tech, because those aren't transferable skills. If you work on Red Engine, you're kind of stuck at CD Projekt until you learn Unreal and get a job somewhere else. So I think it's also just better for game developers and their talents to have more universal platforms, but it's also disquieting to think that Epic is just going to own all game rendering. Epic and Nvidia. I do like competition in tech. I think it leads to very good things. Yes. Stephanie says it's very time consuming and expensive to build your own engine. Oh, yes. Stephanie is also remarking on the brain drain that can happen, where if you have a lot of engineers and programmers that create the tech, if they are not meticulous about documenting everything, and God knows they're not, then that becomes a problem too. With, like...
Get into the problem of building
excuse me. Or you're getting to the problem where you're building tools that have already been built many times by other people. So then why are you wasting your time by trying to recreate the wheel when you could be using software that already has this shit built? So that's another thing. So a lot of times you have to ponder all of that stuff if you're trying to actually like build your engine from scratch or use software that is already there. All right, I'm handing this.
There you go. So yeah, it's on a most basic level, it's an exchange of money for time and stability. You're retaining ownership over your tech and every last part of it. You don't have to pay royalties to anybody, Epic or otherwise. But you gotta hire up all the people to make a thing. You gotta keep them on staff to maintain and support a thing. And then yeah, you end up reinventing the wheel a lot because the wheel is owned by another company. Are there certain things that you would be able to do with your own engine over Unreal's? Well, potentially, yeah, theoretically, but you're behind. If you started now, you're behind by 20 years. And you don't have the best engineers in the world, which Epic has been trying to snap up. So, if you wanted to hire, you're going to have to compete with Epic and NVIDIA for rendering engineers and system designers and all that stuff. So you're going to need the money to buy in. There's a lot of momentum to overcome to even get that ball rolling. And that's something that a lot of companies have wanted to buy into because everyone saw the future 10 years ago. What's funny stuff?
Well, no, this is just because it's now like a little bit more of an employee market. I've seen a lot of my friends who are on the more technical side, and as well as like more senior artists and like technical artists and stuff. They've basically been like, "Hey, review time is coming up. You want to freak out your company and potentially get a bigger raise? Start scheduling doctor's appointments right now." Just a lot of doctor's appointments because it's going to freak out the rest of your team because they're going to think that you have interviews. Even if you're not looking, they're going to be like, wait, why does so-and-so have a bunch of fucking doctor's appointments? Oh, shit. Oh, God. We've got to keep them. And I was like, oh, God, that's so fucking tricky. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is what it's turning to right now. There's definitely a shortage of folks who have a lot of experience that who haven't left because everybody's kind of hopping right now. But anyway, I just thought that was funny.
That's funny. That's pretty gigabrain, yeah. One of the people that randomly got one of those sub gifts is someone I'm friends with on Xbox Live and haven't talked to in years. Same profile pic and everything. What a small world. Oh, that's awesome. Overboast Toast. Yes, thank you for gifting out 5 subs. And Zach Cannon, thank you for the 3-year resub. Thank you very, very much. And yeah, Pop-Tart, I did see your message. You're correct. CD Projekt was using the Red engine, which they also used for Witcher 3 on Cyberpunk. But I guess for the next Witcher game, they are switching to Unreal. Yeah. What if it backfires and they try to hire a replacement out of fear for you leaving? Well,
That would be good.
Yeah, that's the job market then. Then you get to file for unemployment. You get a couple months of unemployment, I guess. But yeah, there's been a ton of money ever since 2020, and even slightly before. There was just a swell of money rolling into the video game sector. And now there's so much money in there, and everybody wants to step on the gas, and they're trying to find the best people. This is something that Kotick actually mentioned in his interviews about selling Activision Blizzard, as he remarked that what gives you max HP? That's interesting. He remarked that AB actually didn't have the talent. He's like, we can't hire the people. We need like cloud engineers, we need automation, we need AI techs, and they're all gone already, and we can't retain them. They're being snapped up by Facebook and NVIDIA, and they can pay them salaries we can't. Or won't. But then again, Kotick was also sitting on piles of money, what?
Well, no, I also feel like it is really one of those things that, like, you know, everybody, you'll see stories where people are like, is this company in trouble? Everybody's leaving. And you're like, dude, after every project, most people wait until their bonus happens or like profit sharing kicks in, and then they fucking leave. Why? Because they're tired of either working on that project, or they've found another opportunity, or they're going to start their own thing. Like, it's just kind of like normal, like, attrition. It's not necessarily like some sort of grand scheme. I mean, granted, there are some places that are just evil and people are trying to get out. Usually, though, you'll see a lot of people leaving way before that. When you start to see, like, project leaves quitting mid-project, that's when you get worried. That's when you're like, something must be going on over there that I'm not sure about. But if, like, a project has shipped and a few months later, like, some people on the project left, it's not because they hate the company. It's usually, I've spent enough time here. It's time for me to move on. And especially with, like, video game, like, the New World Order with jobs. No one's going to recognize you for your hard work. It's very, very rare. And as much as we like to think that, like, everybody's boss has their best interest at heart, the better way for you to continually increase and grow in your career is to move jobs, is to continue to find the best thing for you, or you to look out for yourself. And it's not like, I mean, that's not the cool, sexy, fun thing, because you're always kind of like working in a way, but like, that's how you're going to advance. So like, especially in video games, being at a place for 2 years is pretty much like 5 to 10 at a normal company. Like in the real world, just because that's just the way that projects happen. It's just the way that people move. It's just the way that, like, advancement happens. If they're like at a place for less than 6 months, that's more of a red flag. Why were you there so short? Something must be wrong, or something must have happened. That's when I have more questions. Like, what's going on there? Also, people who have been in the industry for a really long time and have only shipped like one project, or like jumped to a bunch of titles but never shipped anything. Like, I've worked in the industry for 12 years and I've shipped one thing. You never fucking trust those people, because there's something wrong there. There's something so inherently wrong with that. You have to have shipped more than that. You can't be a senior or the lead of a studio and be like, I've shipped one project. Like, that's fucking weird to me. But anyway, here we go.
All right, there you go. Career talk in the games industry with Steph. All true, though. All true. All true. Yeah, typically, yeah, you want to stay around until a project ships, so you get that on your resume. Project complete, and then yeah, you wait out the like 4 months, you get your bonus, and then you just pack up and move on. Typically how it's done. When is the Steph podcast launching? I keep trying to get her on streams. I'm gonna corner her one of these days. Man, that RTX looks so good though. I love the color fading. This is true volumetric lighting. See, like, the little splorches of fog kind of move in and fade away. Quasar Hobbies, thanks for the prime. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, Marazard asks, what's up with the Red Engine? So they are still working on that for Cyberpunk. There's the Cyberpunk expansion, the Blood and the Hearts of Stone, I guess, equivalent for Cyberpunk 2077. That is still on Red Engine. So they have one team that is still working on Red Engine to develop Cyberpunk content, and then I guess they're hiring. My assumption is, I should be clear about this, based on the timing and the wording, and also the fact that multiple people at CDPR tweeted their open positions page. It seems like they are trying to hire up for a second team on Unreal to make the next Witcher game. You and Steph need a podcast to just talk shit about the industry? Huh. I don't think... that might be dangerous. That doesn't help us. We might get in trouble. Oh, I don't know that I have to be so delicate, but, you know. Yeah. Steph's trying to get that money. Talk real, not shit. It can be a delicate balance sometimes. Be a delicate balance. I mean, I'm not super proud of venting about Rooster Teeth earlier. I try to stay away from that. So I think that's the ultimate thing. Is it doesn't feel good to dwell on negativity, really. Maybe more just general advice stuff. On that note, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Sorry about the back and forth here. Hey, speak of the devil, huh? The teaser that started it all.
何これ？エドが作った装置だ。そこに片白をかざせ。霧で霊になったやつはこれで外に送れば元に戻るはずだ。この装置。
What do you mean? Oh, I didn't know that either. Huh. I mean, is this another fucked cutscene? This one wasn't even the next one in the YouTube video.
邪魔をするな。お前は誰も救えない。
Maybe that was... Is that a normal...
渋谷中の霊を集めて邪魔してやるよ。
Okay.
道案内の続きだ。有限坂に行くぞ。そこの2階だ。
That's the telephone from Shenmue. Everything in this game is either from Shenmue or Yakuza. That's it. Yes, Malcolm, I've been watching spoilers on YouTube. Well, the cutscenes are fucked. I had to watch the cutscenes from a YouTube video to make sense of them. Alright, okay. What do you mean fucked? They play it like quarter speed, but the audio plays at normal speed. So I only see about a fourth of the cutscene desynced from all of the audio, and then it ends. Cuts off. So, pretty fucked. That sucks, but at least you can see them. Yeah! Yeah, I guess! You kind of need audio and video at the same time to create the illusion of motion, though. Kind of need both. But, who am I to complain? I mean, I did get this code for free, so... Oh, you can see them on YouTube. Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah. Now, it's not an ideal solution, but it's also not the worst. This is pretty. Yeah, the rain effect in the air is not the prettiest, but it complements the mood well enough when you're on the ground. Oh, cool. Rah, rah, rah. Got some Okami sign drawing. Even Steven, hello. Still gaming strong? That's right, always. There's games to game, I will game. But I have to admit, I'm running low on time. I gotta wake up early tomorrow to do Patreon stuff with Bruce. We're going to fulfill our Patreon obligations to all of our wonderful patrons. Is it sponsored or a free code? Oh, it's free code. I'm not getting paid to play this. Aside from the $60 I didn't spend. Shaunosaurus Rex, thanks for the sub. How's that going? Oh, it's going very well. We actually met up with a patron last night. Somebody already redeemed their beer privileges. Not last night. No, night before last. But yeah, we have to make there's like some bonus podcasts and some Q&A stuff that we said we'd make, so we have to make it. And we will make it. Luckily, just hanging out with Bruce and talking is never difficult. So, it's always fun. It's just squeezing it around everything else, because Bruce is very structured with his work. So, he's very regimented about when he streams. That's kind of what comes first. And then everything else sort of slots in around that, so. Shaunosaurus, thanks for the sub. You know, he's very easy to work with, though. I don't want to make that sound like he dictates everything. He's always been super easy to work with if I ever have to reschedule something, so. That's why we work so well together, because he's so easy going. It's great. KK, put the utensils away. Oh, okay. This is his apartment. Beef stew. You live rooting around in people's apartments. There needs to be a root around in people's shit simulator. Or again, just the Shenmue desire to look at a ton of tiny things on a shelf. This is kind of projectors stacked on newspapers. Jesus. Oh no, another cutscene. No! Oh, okay. This actually seems fine. Oh yeah, Hobo Survival was kind of like that. Steven, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much. Your first ever sub. Well, damn. I'm humbled. Well, that means you won't see any ads on this channel, which is great. You have access to Twitch's finest array of emotes, including a weird Matrixy baby kicking and Matrix code and a Quake man dancing. What's up? Ah. You walked into a room and forgot why you walked there in the first place. Report written by KK regarding a number of disappearances that took place near a manhole. Acquiring this will grant you additional spirit skill points. Oh, that's good. Ah. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see what it's got. 2 HDMI, Cat 5, 3 audio ports for surround sound, 3 USB, a fan, VGA, I guess, DVI. It's got it all. And then I guess power. I guess maybe it's Bluetooth synced. Kind of a tripping hazard having that cord right across the floor like that. Aw, RTX has failed. Where is the dynamic shadow from my player model? Blah, 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 blah. Oh. I never looked in that corner. Got some media controls on top? Yeah. Got here. Not pretty standard, it looks like. Power button, play, pause, menu. Well done. Well done, Tango Gameworks. Well done. Except for the shadow. That's effed up. That frame tearing. Yeah. That frame tearing is raunchy. Alright. You're gonna make me do it. Oh, that's why. Fuck! It's still full screen. Arrgh. What do you think? What do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think it's gonna crash? If I hit F? Wait, no, I don't want that. F. Apply settings. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. There we go. Wait, no, it's still tearing like a motherfucker. Over there. Not here. Ugh. Ugh. It has to be borderless windowed or it's gonna do it. Oh.
向こうの世界の食べ物だな。俺たちなら食えるぞ。この世の食べ物とは違う効果があるかもな。
Spectral food. Temporary boost? Oh, okay. Alright. Only tearing on the stream. Yeah, yes. So this is a fun little quirk that I noticed. So I cloned my display in Windows to my monitor and then to a capture card in my streaming PC. So that y'all can enjoy pristine, crystal clear, wholly CPU encoded video frames. But what I found out is with VSync, it can be on in the display to this monitor and somehow off in the one that's cloned to capture. So that's fun. I don't know how, but it does it. It found a way. Borderless windowed always fixes that, and sometimes forcing VSync at the driver level will fix it. Yeah. I'm amazed anything works. Go hello. Even if you understand technology, that feeling doesn't go away. Being shocked that any of this works. It's kind of incredible. It's just a series of systems built on other systems, each of which were designed by people. You know how people can be. I forgot on the second PC capture. Got too fed up with all the issues we experienced with that setup. Yeah, you get away from some issues and you inherit a lot of other ones. NDI might actually just be the way to go. I don't know what kind of resource overhead OBS has if it's capturing and streaming a game via NDI to another instance of OBS. I think I really would like OBS to run on a separate system than what I play games on. Agasu. But, yeah, cloning displays is pretty rough. I have a splitter that can split the output outside of my PC, and that might help. But then I lose the ability to do G-Sync. And sometimes G-Sync works and capture works at the same time, and it's phenomenal. I actually really like G-Sync as a technology. Variable refresh rate. It makes games look really good and really tight and responsive, but man. Oh, so you know. I didn't pay $30,000 for my video card to not use G-Sync. Bless you. I already read this one. Smellless DVDs.
Yep.
Burning DVDs is actually pretty complicated. You can't just throw video files on a disc. The true lazy method would just be to throw MP4s on a thumb drive. No, an MKV. There we go. Matroska. That's supposed to be a window? Why is that all like... Why does he have Why does he have like weird stucco squares in his doors? Oh, Lawrence JD, it was just a joke. I paid MSRP for my video card. Thanks to EVGA's... Oh.
マンションごと押しつぶす気か。
Oh, it's all Matrixy.
階を破る方法があるはずだ。探せ。
Neat. It's got to be on the roof, right?
結界の要だ。そこ壊せ。他にもあるはずだ。
I can go into other random apartments? Oh god, yes. Does this game just become a 10 out of 10? Has it really? I can just go into random people's apartments and open and close their toilet lids? Oh. Alright. There was no RTX shadow in that projector. But I did just go into somebody's random apartment and flip up their toilet lid a lot. Oh, that's cool! Whoa! Damn, it's actually kind of hard to read the subtitles. Oh. Oh, yeah. A lot of fear energy in this. I am so into it, though. I love haunted houses. Video game haunted houses you can do so much with, too. The only streamer I've seen play with the Japanese voiceover? Because I'm the only one that respects the true and proper Nihongo culture. That shouldn't be any surprise. This is what you heard, King Saren. Yeah. Shit! 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 This is a cool video game all the way! Now I have to punch him with my lasers.
急げ。距離があるな。さっきの弓を使え。しっかりと狙いを定めているんだ。
Eat. Of course I have a bow.
もう大丈夫だ。
I guess I didn't think about it, but this is totally part of this really interesting resurgence of feudal Japan in Japanese developed video games. You know? There's Pokemon Legends Arceus. There was Monster Hunter Rise. There was, I mean, I guess they're not all Japanese developed, but certainly Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima. Been a few more. I can't remember them offhand, but I know they've been there. Family Fantasy 1, 2, and 3. Nice. I got the old big boxes. The 90s PC, but Super Fiction, like Star Soldier. Oh, there's even a Mario logo. Super Torio Adventure. Blue Tree Dragon Wide. These logos are very familiar. I'm trying to remember what this one is. Is that Star Ocean? I think that's supposed to be Star Ocean. Oh, is that? Oh, that's got to be it's Secret of Mana. I'm trying to remember the Japanese name of it. North Park. Fantasy Star? Well, maybe. I don't remember the logo for Fantasy Star. Oh, Seiken Densetsu. Yes, thank you. That's Metal Slug. This looks like Fazanadu. Or one of those like RPGs, one of the early It's called like there's a series. It's Trails in the Sky now. They're all connected somehow. Like Dragon Slayer series, I think, is what it's called. This is awesome. Oh, we got full manga collections too? Somebody needs to tell these demons to chill out for a second. Save a life? because Live Alive was a manga too, I think. He's got a nice collection. Any fan of family fantasy is a friend of mine. Ooh, rough hat though. Rough hat. Shut up. This is more important. Yeah, no Dark Souls though. In Japan, every game is Dark Souls. Death Roach. The pig. Serbian Psycho. Fuck me. I'm starting to question this person's taste a little bit. A combination of Serbian film and American Psycho. Got a lot of dupes in there. Bostax, thanks for the prime. I'm sure there's no time limit. This is just what you do in game development. You have to have a NPC prodding the player along. A nice place. Japanese Calendar Encyclopedia Entry 2. Obon dates vary, but generally a few days around August 15th. The festival honoring the spirits of departed ancestors. Obon traces its roots to a legend that it is possible to save those spirits that found their way to hell. It is theorized that the Bon dance, a dance associated with Obon, started as a way to express joy at having saved the dead from a horrible afterlife. I see. Yeah. Alright, fine. Alright. I feel like I've looked at all the things, so now we may go. And the little traces on like the spirit ley lines of the body are really, really cool. Ah. You said you wanted to wait for Char's counterattack to build your kit. Did you get a Sazabi or New Gundam? No. I misunderstood the positioning of Char's counterattack in the timeline. I thought, since it was Mobile Suit Gundam Char's counterattack, that Char's counterattack was like an OVA that happened after the series. Like Endless Waltz or something like that. But it turns out that's not true. I guess Zeta is after Mobile Suit, which means I can build my RX-78. Finally. Okay. So I'm on Mobile Suit Zeta. All right. I got to start watching that. Playing this on PC or console? This is on PC. Epic Games Store. Zeta, then double Zeta? All right. Easy. Yeah, Jacob laid it out for me before. But it's always good to get a reminder. Is Zeta on Netflix as well? No, it's not. All right. Oh, Zeta's on Funimation. Okay. Yeah, my new plan is to just not have subscription services for anything until there's an exact show that I want to watch. So. Oh, Zeta's more melodrama? Excellent. The melodrama in Mobile Suit was fun. It was interesting to see, like, I mean, wait, is this the same? This is the same spot. It was fun to kind of see the Star Wars influence in there. It's still awesome, though. Alright. Did the time run out? No, I think I just went in a loop. Whatever. Oh, time ran out? That's really a thing? There's a timer on top. Really? Did look at the top left. Oh yeah, look at that! How long has that been there? Jeez. Been 5 minutes looking at video games. They were cool looking video games. I'm not the one that put flippable toilet seats in the game. I didn't do that. Somebody else did that. That's not my fault. Yeah. I don't know who would put a flippable toilet seat in a game and expect people to not sit there flipping it for a solid 5 minutes. I am confident that history will show that I was in the right. Confident. Since I palm smash this possessed vacuum cleaner. Oh, cool. Oh. What's that? Oh, like a little potato head? Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, chat brought up a good point in regards to our lack of ice. I think just get another jug of distilled ice and run the crunchy ice maker. Use that. Well, you don't have to. I mean, I can do it too. They sell distilled water at the drugstore, right? Tiki Bob, you want me to show him? He's got legs? Oh. Alright. Well, here, I'll do this. Oh. Gonna get collectible faces? It looks cute. Hey, what's up, Thrill How? Thrill Ho? Okay. This game's cool and I like it. I want to keep playing it. I will keep playing it. But I gotta sort out my system and also stop streaming tonight so that I can make more content tomorrow. Tomorrow's an Inside Games day, so I won't be streaming until a bit later in the evening, but I will be streaming. Hopefully more co-op Elden Ring with Bruce. I want to finish out Elden Ring so I can write a review on it. I'm getting to the point now where I feel pretty comfortable saying words about it. I think it may be less of a top to bottom review and more of like a here's my appraisal of what it does right and what it doesn't do so right. I guess that's what a review is. No big gape Kirby stream yet? I don't know when. I don't know when I'd be able to do that. I definitely want... It would be fun to stretch out Kirby on stream for sure. Sometime soon, I hope. That'd be a fun Friday game, except this Friday's already taken. Oh yeah, whoa! Whoa! Okay, so tomorrow, hopefully, Elden... Whoa! I'm fine. Tomorrow, Elden Ring with Bruce, and then Wednesday, Media Share and Rune Factory 5. Getting back to Weeby Wednesday a little bit. Elden Ring is bleh to boring, yeah? I always thought it was I thought it was a pretty fun game to watch. It's a pretty low burn. But if somebody's playing and they're making progress and they're not just ramming their head against a boss. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's got a slow kind of exploration to it. But then again, I've been the one playing, so it's fun for me. And then yeah, we gotta scrounge up a fresh controversy to report on for tomorrow's Inside Games, Patreon content. It's gonna be an exciting time. Thank you all very much for watching. Sorry about the tech issues with Ghostwire, and I guess with Wonderlands. But hey, that's video games. They don't always do what you want them to. It's an interactive experience either way. I'm gonna come back to this sometime soon, hopefully. Maybe I can squeeze in more stream time sometime soon. But I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out, and I certainly appreciate all the gift subs and subs and hanging out and chat and all that stuff. Appreciate it all. Great. I tune in after a 10-hour stream. Well, there will be others. There will be. Yeah, it's shaping up like Monday, Wednesday, Friday are kind of my big stream days now. Weekends are kind of volatile. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Inside Games days. So, but yeah, hopefully I'll see you at the next stream. If not, have a great rest of your week. And just stay gaming, everybody. Game for me. Game for me a little bit. Bye, y'all.